I'm Jason Maholy with Community Magazine Group, and welcome to the Allegheny County School Health Insurance Consortium Community Health Magazine. I recently spoke with the members of a team of Bethel Park High School students that developed what is called a COVID dashboard, a data tracking system that provides the public updated statistics on COVID cases among the district's employees and students. The dashboard went live on December 9th, 2020, in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. In my interview, I asked team member Dimitrios Patrinos what prepared the students for the project.
Sure. So we as a group participate in a local competition for data called the Pittsburgh Data Jams. And so what we do with that is we essentially look at like two variables in society and we see how they're related. In the past, we've done public health and air pollution, just like relating those two variables and seeing how they relate to each other in a given area. So we do stuff with that. So we have experience with data itself. And so we were both prepared and unprepared for this project because we understand data, sure, but we had to use a completely new platform called Google Data Studio. And none of us, like I said, have ever used that platform before. So it was kind of very spur of the moment, just learning on the job with that platform.
7 of the 8 students involved with the project, Demetrius, Evan Zelt, Tanish Ball, Ethan Donovan, Jonathan Ivanov, Christian McLean, and Tobias Rule, are seniors who have known each other since freshman year and have worked together on competitive extracurricular teams. Ethan explains.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it was, we all sort of became going into the same classes. We were taking the higher level courses at our school, and we kind of just, came together naturally, of course, that sort of thing. And then we started doing things like speech and debate together, and we started doing a lot of extracurriculars together. So we pretty much came naturally together through our academics.
Having a wealth of experience working with and utilizing data was beneficial to the team, but that doesn't mean the students weren't challenged by the project. Christian and Ethan discussed the challenges the students encountered and what they learned from the process.
Yeah, so the biggest one we had was adjusting to the new software in Google Data Studio. Dimitri always likes to compare it to learning a new video game. It has all of these different controls, all of these different options, and the biggest challenge was just figuring out how to use all of those different controls to put a visualization of data together that shows you all the data you need while still making it aesthetically pleasing for the layperson to say, okay, this is what this means, and that is how it can relate to the risk of sending my child to school.
So we had to learn more about like how it might affect each school and how to represent that data, and we also had to formulate things like when new cases would come in and how long they would stay active, and how we wanted to represent active cases or resolved cases. So we learned more about COVID through those scenarios.
Another challenge was deciding which data to include on the dashboard and what to exclude, as team member Martina Tetalius explains.
Getting across like the total amounts of cases and dividing it into each school and making sure that it's easy to understand, because if you have that much more information on it, it makes it harder to get the point across to the public that what cases are where and how many there are.
Martina is the only girl in the group, and as a sophomore is its youngest member. She didn't know any of the other 7 students before starting the project, but the boys quickly made her feel welcome and that she was a valuable member of the team.
Yeah, it was definitely intimidating, especially because they all worked previously together and they've known each other for years, and I didn't know any of them. So the way I got into it actually was I was talking with Miss Smoller, my marketing teacher, and she also helps with this Club DECA that I do. And I said I was interested in joining like big data and doing something with that. And she suggested that she was gonna put me in contact with Mr. Cromie and had me join into this group. They've all been super helpful.
Creating the COVID dashboard provided the students real-world experience they will be able to draw upon in the future, be that at college, in their personal endeavors, or in their eventual careers.
You know, obviously we're in a day and age where technology is becoming an overwhelming aspect of our lives. So it's super important that we learn how to interface with these sort of data analytic tools, because, you know, the future is going to be super data driven. We're coming into an age where artificial intelligence is taking over some industries. So it's very important for kids to learn more about how to utilize data and how to analyze it. I know for me specifically, I'm going into computer science, and that's kind of one of the big aspects in that field is trying to automate certain tasks or things using data-driven models and whatnot.
Jim Cromie, Bethel Park's Director of Communications and Public Relations, spoke to how well the students worked together while creating the dashboard.
What has been most remarkable about them is there's clearly a relationship there that goes beyond just the relationship for the project. They're friends, and that has created a dynamic that has allowed us to make changes very quickly and efficiently, because they have a communication that friends have, and they're able to work very collaboratively and very cooperatively. And one of the things that's so great about them is they've all been so immersed in the project. It's not a project where one student or two students takes over. It's been a true group effort, and that's been great to watch.
To read Community Health Magazine writer Bill Jones's story about the COVID-19 dashboard and the students who built it, check out your spring edition of the Allegheny County School Health Insurance Consortium magazine. I'm Jason Maholy. Thanks for watching.